Cloud Firestore is a database offered by Firebase, built by Google, and it is a cloud database that uses a document and collections model for storing data, and it has very fast query speeds as well as scalability. And this is a great database to use, especially a cloud database. So that's what what you're going to be learning how to use in this video. So first, to actually install the Python client for this, all you gotta do is open up your terminal and do a pip install firebase-admin, and this will install the actual Python client so that you can actually deal with the database. Next you can actually set up a database. If you go to the Firebase console, so you can search up Firebase console over here, and you can create a Firebase console account, and then you can actually create a project, and then that part is pretty self-explanatory. It'll just walk you through creating a project. And once you have a project created, you can go to your project, and what you can do is you can actually create a database or Firestore database. So you can just go to all products, Cloud Firestore, and then it'll have an option to create this. Now I've already created a database, so that's why I kind of see this dashboard over here. And now once you have all of that, you are ready to go. Except you're not yet. You have to first actually get one more thing set up, and that is your authentication key file kind of thing, so that you can actually get started without having to, without having any security problems with Firestore. So to do that, all you gotta do is you can just go to settings, you can go to project settings, okay, so what you can do to actually generate this key is you can just go to service accounts. So you can just go to project settings, go to service accounts, and over here you can actually do that. So that is how you can do that. And then what you can do is you can create a new private key, and then save that in your project folder, and then after that you're all ready to go. So first, all you gotta do is just import the actual stuff. So the Firebase admin. So to do that, you can just do import Firebase admin. Then you can do from Firebase admin import credentials, and then from Firebase admin import Firestore. So now credentials is for actually having the credentials, and then Firestore is for interacting with the Firestore database. So that is that. And then what you can do is you can just actually initialize your private key. So that what you can do for that is you can just do cred is equal to credentials dot certificate, and then you can just do your path to the key.json. So it's going to be a JSON file, so you can just do key.json, right? And then yeah, that's basically it for that. And then you can actually create your Firebase app by doing Firebase admin dot initialize app. So initialize app, and then you can just put in cred so it knows your credentials. And after that, you can actually do the Firestore database with firestore.client, and that is all you need to get set up. So what we're going to be doing in this video is I'm going to basically just be using a very simple login system as the example for this video. So like just to show an example project that you can do, very simple one. So I'm just going to do username and input what is the, so this is actually going to be creating an account, and then I'm going to be writing another program to actually like read from and log in. So this is sign up, right? What is the username that you want? And then we're going to do password as well. So password is equal to, and then I'm just going to be doing input what is the password that you want, and that's basically it for this. And then after that, all you gotta do is you actually have to add this to the database. So how do you do that? Well, this uses the collections and documents model. So if you take a look over here, you should be able to see in this dashboard that says start collection. All right, so collections are basically like tables in like a normal SQL database. Or if you don't know what that is, it's basically just like a collection could be like users, or I don't know, like users, or like videos, or music, like whatever, right? Those are collections, right? And then documents are a subcategory of collections. And in documents, that's where you actually store that data. So collections are organization, and documents actually store the data. So what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be having one collection, users, and then we're just going to have a bunch of documents for each user. So to do this, first you actually have to get like a reference to the document, so you can reference it multiple times in the program. Just to make life easier, right? So docref and db.collections. So basically what this will do is this will point to a collection, or if that collection doesn't exist, it will just create the collection. So I'm gonna call this users, and I'm also gonna be creating a document, and that'll be the username. So basically I will be creating a document, and each document will have the name of the username, right? So we can point to it in our login system. So this will also make sure that there'll be like unique usernames as well, because you can't have like usernames that are already taken, because they're already part of the database. So that is how that works. And then to actually like get the document, so this is just a reference, and then we can just do docs equal the reference, and then dot get. And yeah, okay, cool. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding the functionality to make sure that it only adds if the user does not exist, like the username is not taken already. So we can just do if doc.exists. This is just this is something that basically just points to if it exists or not. And if it does exist, then we're just going to do print username taken. So that won't work if they already put in a username that's taken. And then else, and then what you can do is, it's super easy to just add the data. You can just do docref set, and then just put like a dictionary over here, and I'm just gonna be putting uname, and I'm just gonna be putting the uname for this, and password, just gonna be putting the password, and that is literally it. And I'll just print successful. That works. Okay, cool. So that is it for this program, and this should work. I am going to test this out now and kind of show you how it works. Okay, so all you gotta do is just open up your terminal, and I'm just gonna run the program. So Python, and I'm just called Firestore add.py. So what is the username that you want? So I'll just put Ayaan right now. Okay. Password, I'll do 123, and there's no hashing or anything right now. It's just really basic. Well, my bad there, I made a typo. It's actually collection, not collections. Okay, let's run this again. What's the username that you want? Ayaan 23. Successful, right? And that is successful. And now hopefully once I see this, yep, users, Ayaan, password and username, right? So that is how this works, right? And it connects to the cloud, everything, and super fast. And yeah, so that is how that works. So now to actually add it like a login, I'll just do is I am going to actually just copy the code, take this out, because you still need like the secret and everything, all of this part, right, for actually logging in. And then now let's see, so all I have to do is you can just do let's say username, right? So what the username they want, so input what is your username, and this is actually for authenticating or logging in, right? So the other program will sign up. And then what we can do is we can just actually get a reference to the user's collection, and this is for actually checking if the username already like if it actually exists or not, because if it doesn't exist, then we can say that, hey, this doesn't exist, create an account first, right? So users ref is equal to db.collection users. So let's point to that there. And then I'm also gonna do a ref for the actual document, right? So the actual document of the like username, right? So we can just do users ref because we already have this referenced, and then dot document. And because we named the document by the username, let's put uname there. And then let's do a dot get. Cool. So now if docref, if that exists, then we're gonna do whatever we're gonna do. Or else, if it doesn't exist, that means that the username does not exist. Or we can actually just do please sign up first, right? Cool. Okay, so now we can actually do the password, right? So password is equal to input. What is your password? Then we can just do a document, and we're just gonna do docref.to. So what this is gonna do is this is gonna get the actual document and like the actual content of the document, right? So this converts it to a dictionary so you can actually use it in your program. So that is that. So now if the password, which is part of the dictionary, right, of the document or the content, so that's going to be this row over here, this field, you can do is you can just do if that is equal to this password, then you can say print, and then let's just do login successful, right? And then if that is not the case, then you can just print password incorrect, right? And hopefully this works. So now I'm gonna run this Cloud Firestore read.py. What's your username? Ayaan. Please sign up first. Oh, I typed in Ayaan. Well, that works, right? And 1, 2, 3, login successful. Then if I get the password wrong, password incorrect, right? And then you can add multiple different usernames. So actually, I'll try to add Ayaan again, right? But it's gonna say username taken, right? So that's basically how this works. As you can see, Firebase is like Firestore is really simple, but it works great. So that is all there is to this tutorial. I hope you found something for it. And if you have any suggestions or anything, leave it in the comments. Otherwise, have a nice day.